What's going on, people? It's been a hot ass minute since I dropped the last video, but I'm coming back with a ton of value and a vengeance, so let's hop into the video. For everybody who doesn't know me, my name's Cam. I've spent about the past year, close to a year and a half, running a social media marketing agency. When I wasn't running that agency, I've spent about 5-6 years inside of e-commerce, whether it be reselling stuff on eBay or even in Shopify when I was running a lot of dropshipping e-commerce stores. In that time, I've grown millions of followers across a bunch of different accounts, and I've also grown hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales across all of those brands. I've been in the game for a long ass time and I have some really great results to prove it, so trust me, I know what I'm doing. On that exact same note, because of my social media marketing agency, I spend a ton, and I honest to God think I spend way too much time in meeting with high-level marketing execs, CEOs, and people who are running businesses with like millions of dollars in ad budgets. And they all want to know the exact same question. How do I capitalize on social media? Now, honestly, I think I made way too much content about exactly how to do it, but one more video won't hurt. See, like, there's no secret to growing and making money on social media. I wish there was, but truthfully, it's a very, very easy thing to do once you understand this one particular thing. Now, before I tell you this secret sauce, I guess, I want you to understand one thing before you actually get into implementing the strategies I'm about to tell you, and that's that social media is literally like a new skill. The best way I can think to explain it is it's like picking up any new sport, picking up an instrument that you've never played before, or literally picking up anything new in your life. In order to get good at something, you have to practice it over and 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 over again. What happens, most people try out social media, they go hard at it for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then it doesn't work. Guys, when I first started my social media and e-commerce journey, I went at it for 3 years before I ever saw my big successful store. And that is a natural way of social media and growing in your new skill. You have to try something and you have to fail over and over. And I'm not going to say all the times again, but you have to fail a whole lot before you can really get good at something. After you've done all of that failing, you look up and all of a sudden you're this industry expert that knows so much more than everyone else. Not because you're better than everyone else, it's just because you spent more time doing things that nobody else will spend time to do, and thus you were able to capitalize on those results. All right, I'm done with the preface. The thing that nobody understands about social media is storytelling. Storytelling is the number one thing that will make you different than everyone else out there on social media, because it's the only thing that your competitors can't replicate. No one, and I mean no one, can replicate the story about you and your business. Whether it's a story about how you built your business, about a regular day in the life of you being inside of the business, about you packaging orders, about you making products, whatever it is, they're integral things inside of your business that nobody can replicate. Because those things are so special, different, and unique to you and your business, instead of hiding those things or sweeping them under the rug, my secret to social media is exposing those things, shining light on them, and walking your customer through an entire story of what it's like to be in, through, and inside your business. Let me give you a little bit more of a real life example, and I think it'll help. I want you to think of literally any single Disney movie. Some movies do it better than others, but I promise every single one of them follows this exact same diagram. And when you're making content and telling stories in your business, you should follow that diagram too. The reason why such amazing Disney movies capture our hearts and we think about them for years even after we haven't seen them, it's because they all figured out how to tell an authentic story that captured people's emotions. That is the exact same thing you want to be doing inside of your business and inside of your brand. And I mean, you should take this diagram to the extreme. In every piece of content, you should be following this diagram. Your entire social media strategy should be around you following this diagram. And every single ad, especially every single ad, should be following this diagram. What you need to understand about people on social media is that everyone is emotional. And when they're watching your video, they're expecting some type of emotional reaction, emotional response, or to get some type of emotional reward out of it. So just give them that. Allow your story to flow through them just like that diagram does, where their emotions start off with a set phase, it flows up into your conflict, hits your rise in action and climate, and then sails off into the sunset of those happy emotions on a really great story. Honestly, every Super Bowl commercial, successful ad that you've seen, or probably anything you've ever bought in your life has taken you on some type of emotional ride that is very similar to this. So since you know what works, just replicate it on social media and implement your brand in the middle of it. Now, there are a ton of ways to actually do this. I'm going to let you guys do the creative part of figuring out how exactly you want to do it within your brand or within your business, I'm going to lay out the 4 categories that I've seen people do it the most. And hopefully you can adapt one of these categories or maybe all 4 of them into your business. The first one is entertainment. Everybody loves a good comedy show. And if you really want to see this done in action, go watch your favorite stand-up comedian. Before they hit you with the funny punchline, notice how they take you on an emotional story. The next one is persuasion. They are absolute masters of this if you go turn on the news. Whether it be left-wing, right-wing, high gas prices, low gas prices, the war going on over there, how America is such this great American hero, the political stuff really doesn't matter. Pay attention to how every time they make a point is to persuade you to one way or the other. Next is information, and it's literally the basis of every TED Talk I've ever seen. TED Talks became so powerful because they started mixing in personal stories with raw information, with numbers and data combined that made the speaker so compelling that you couldn't help but agree with them or go whatever their cause was. The last one is explanation. If you want a really great example of that, just go rewatch this video. Notice how I didn't spend too much time talking about things that I knew you weren't going to care about. Instead, I presented you with the problem, established my credibility, offered you a solution, and then in just a second, I'm going to close it out. Look, guys, social media is not as complicated or this big scary monster that everybody wants to make it out to be. Growing your business on social media can all be compiled into doing the same repetitive process over and over again until you find something that works. In this video, I gave you that foundation. Take it, play around with it, create something amazing with it, and most importantly, infuse your brand and your specific story with it, and I promise you're going to see absolutely amazing results with social media. So guys, thanks again for watching this video, and we'll talk soon. Peace.